Bamba leje Alaji Bamba Bojale Bamba Bojang Alaji Bamba Bojale Sukuru mono banta Jinjambe banta Jinjambero banta Leminati kabandingo banta Jada kunda sise kunda Imamu kunda turele Sane kunda nyancholi beawo Suma kunda bamba Kamale Muna belari njara dumazo Boja ulu bana sangara madiba kondele bala Dungu nimbala famala ganda nindaulajo Ika mansaya le bili sangara kono Inada tiliji banko Gambia Boja ulu kamansaya Ali badu nga se volu fali e bren tubabu no la Gambia Se vola nimbara bali boja mansayada suma kunda Adela mansayada bren tubabu no tilola akena se fodi Adela mansaya kola jumale mansayada Kere babo ja mansayada Wala mansaya kola jumale mansayada Sefo sanjali boja mansayada Afana mboda suma kundale Barada si kembujele aye kembuje sa te olelo Adafana musuma kunna goleti Akala jam sakarambulo ay korda di mo jama jamala ala sefu ya kimola birka makono Donya ala ukende kebete ya dunia konole munasa inganga diale Akala sefu ya kola Jumala sefiada Sefo dembo santa moja sefiada Afana bona suma kundale Moja kunda Alimma sayale mu Dunia kono Birola sefia banda Sefo dembo kelembo jamma sayada Ande bana mansarin sule Wallahi Jumala yo sada sefu yala Wala msefo keke bojanti Abada hula kundale Wokola jumala sefu yada kote ke Gambia bojam kundale Wala msefo dembo juju bojanti Abada suma kundale Aliman sefo du jebang bojam kunda Gambia, Gambia Ndebe saila sule Gambia Cairo be Gambia Ndebe saila sule Gambia Gambia, Gambia tebe sayla suule Gambia on sol be Gambia tebe sayla suule Gambia 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 tebe sayla suule Gambia
baadiŋolu kañinde fo waatolu bee la de nko juloolu siyata le bari ka minnu fankumandi juloo la wolu le mu juloolu ti ñiŋ ne ye saabu jula finance limited iniŋ kukuto le naata ka lafaaroo ke la saabisoo la ñiŋ kamma la ke la kiliyaanolu dahandi wo lafaaroo wo lemu ñinti ko afro express services be daawoda kabiriŋ kaatoŋ fo koy na niŋ ye je daawoda niŋ ye a tara i kodoo kiyanan niŋ jula finance le la i se dunnoo je le i ye la kodoo taa bari hani sayin doron ning wotal la mafaŋo la Guarantee Trust Bank be dawoda alsal la kodo tano jele Reliance Financial Services ani Easy Finance Limited mine ye lon koye baale banko kan bari fanan tolu jula finance na kunda baale banko karo bele walla baadiŋo la a daha naata le walla sayin naali ye je doron Afro Express kabiriŋ Westfield kata fo koyna ali ye je dawoda al duŋ ali ye alla jula finance kodo ta jula finance e ko fana na lafta bank account de yalla ya taral be bitimi rewde ali fero ke anni e kacha andum fana alila apolu jinde ali e download nyin kamala e se kodo kino wati diate ila moye Gambia jang bare manna da wala fana ni lafta credit kola nyin network on min bebe Gambia wala ni lafta cash power le kila moye Gambia nka nyimbe kalele wala jula finance ntol fana mu nyonta on leti tonya banko julolu siatale bare julolu nyaton kolu wala mun tolti Jila Finance Limited.
Bimbe Kering.
Nkafo wole nyama.
Badi nyinde atemu kodi ma bade te meyaron ko Home Digital FM 99.9 ani Mimbe Kering TV wole nyin sambalena. Atol mini yalon ko alka safaro leke fir fewon le bal buda lafta kabin kankula ning alnata Home Digital FM jamu kankular bundal te dami yalon ko ning e kankula dunia bele kalon e ka fengo mi wafi ani kama minna ando manna da wala atul mini alon ko project ko bale bulu Gambia banko kanim banko e bantara na lafta mole nyim project ko kalamuta janne mudulati alsina kachano dami nka advertisement or kaliyele dami yalon ko nse voice kali nga bi mix ngana murung nga eali bara manna da wala ni lafta talk la dami yalon ko business ole be bulu wala project ole be bulu isina sino radio to janne wala itara na online TV ine mole den kachala pour nyin kamala ese ku jama lonje ntelu dun mobundale timi yaron ko ka fahamuro yurwande kanda malu ke kilimoti wala munna lo kankungoti wala ya sabu ibe dawoda ni atara safaro le be bulu do lafta mole kala mutande kana ker nan tarabri kama nema bana laftan command la dron al se fero ke alien commandi plus 220 779 4475 wala plus 220 734 3125 hanside ning altulbe diaspora al senna whatsapp commandi nole plus 44 777 1676 759 wala Mimbe Kering nka fo wala nyama andum fanan nka ke wala nyama
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين بعد مولو كانن تولو banku du ñolu ngali konton alla watola ngali konton buñaning hormo kono anin famma jiyo kono assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh albadi malum lamin konate UK bi fanankata ala tentu bate to mominna murula non koteke nyasuto nim fansuto kono jada kinja kono kana ka programme natale ALSAMAA nin ALSAMAA de ntel kurani le kono wuluta ñu ne kono muna woti wala ñu ko ka hadama ya bunya ka hadama dingol bunya ka folo la suwo kono ini min yalan ko atolle be korda kilen nale wulta nale ñoje folo al sinyo sama o sama ro fanan kola nsi duwa ñoye duwa kende ba din duwa forlolu o fanan kono nsi ño kibare kola min kumata nalbe jelo mu isalongo e funt e wul wultale e kumala moy korda kono fokku kutalam bang fokkulam yanan ko is an ongoing bare kulam yanan ko ni etulo ngal kacata do badi ndamalo hande kul fana meden fole ko kacale ka laranda ko do tan bonde o kaca start from home but charity begins at home nin kaca kono ku jamale kuntaje entol kul wala kono yen hormandi kebal kan ka kebal horma ka kebal nyalo ka badiya kan anun kalo to nyalo mo buke fan kullino bare yentol safanintre ko imari farsita de wodde ni farsita de mo fode bar dinkende Gambia ni aje son ta kul wala ntema fan kuluta de bar dinkende yaje Gambia son ta kul wala ay alfalle bunya ay alfalle horma asonda ala alon chosan wala ay militara alfalle kan abla tanoma o be kola antabla dino no ñin bunna way hadima de kulu way hadima de topoto Gambia banko ay constitutional soto yanin constitutional be soto la na yalto fam family values codes and conduct modoto e be sato min fanan kono modo sato e luwal le soto wala rules le soto ko min kana ki jang modoto mbe dino min fanan kono ngab dino karamba karanka ka ala ko jannal ben batul fo le long folo ndunda ka ala long ka ala ka kiskisi ka don ko jumal mu alati turu ala buku ba min kar alquranul karim nyimbe mu hadama de topoto nyalti ka hadama de topoto ka topoto all the way through nyinata bankoto ko mi ngafu nyame bankola constitutional o fana natale ko hadama de topoto hadama de la nyantolu be kumande kalonde abe ko ma mun bije wala ko hadama ya topoto ko hadama ya kalsandi ka bambande fenkana hadama ya tinya fenkana hadama de tinya so nyimbe mu fundaw bunda ni na raji sako son mi yanon ko folo na dino ya londe ngani hakilo tu nyoto si nyol si hakilo tu nyoto badon si hakilo tu nyoto terol si hakilo tu nyoto ku ke nyol si hakilo tu nyoto nyimbe foni min man hanima karam ibe nyim ngoy la kawande lal al mamol la ni tara jumolto wala ni tara lalto damialan ko kawandol ketije ni lamoy bakele one way or the other la do bije la soto de la balu kono ya melon ko bamul al mamul bafuna sin hakilo to nyoto signoya hakko so it goes up to national level comme bañu banko constitution mi fana foka citizenship. What is citizenship? Citizenship a set of values. It defines us as brothers and sisters, so that we can interact with one another with mutual respect, sense of purpose, sense of direction, how we see each other as citizens. It's important. Identity. I'm a Gambian, you are a Gambian. And how do we identify one another as Gambians? By documentation, yes, but by other, character traits. Kalon ko ninde ni jenji de fanka so ko nyumu Gambia de ngot wala hani ma lon ko bur Gambia bare be kule kala ibe kuma no moyla wala be ku ma nyala jilala ifa ba so dala ko nyim mu Gambia lat wala hana man ke Gambia dingote wala mede Gambia la ku jamal lo Gambia la set of values sol lo fundum ma nyal to def oto min bijam min be min noma jang wala nyindi ko hade ma de nyanta topot wala le hade ma de ma nyala tinyala oto no bo nyama ben kundin yamar la mbali wol yam fen si yemi yamar no ntemo be yamar no bari man ama kamatam ne mu dindim balati bara nyoko niyamu nyoko no dialti anyun ka nyo hakilo blandi nkanyum fole watu be na diamol ko no nka kuku fo jambe hakilo blandol la amanke ko mbedi yama kam mili imalo atel ya lon katam bentol kundi wala mili kana sija sakonta kunda oto hakilo blandol on dron ko hade madde nyanta to porole hade madde manya nakatinya oto sakata bake nkana nyotinya o hade madde be kala minti mo malo ali kana nyotinya sako miliyalon ka tul be banku din kilam bebe den ku kilal da mun mo ku kilal de ko kulumbula la be ngan yakile mbe lafta mun la nyaatuta adu mbe duwal mil lalo kam be Allah taala danila min mun to natul be karoti alma alewo ko banko ka a be tata nata kumota nim flo be molati min si kantinatul be karoti be man satalla danila fo ala so kentinatul be o duwa kumata bakila bari kudo bije mobe la ferin kudo la o manke la karoti de oto mobe be ko kuto don Allah taala dani ala yin nyaati ni min be jarabe nyum kola ala ma kala gintina amaka ne ala kana kitada man na karoti nyum banku ding be karoti ando nu atara wolon karoti tina tul be ala ma ala asunan din nal be mol si wodua kafu baki o kola nga hakilo lutu nyoto sinya jolo nga programul kijam kanin kawasi nga nyum fanam fole diamol ko non ko man fenje folo mbadi Gambian ko lon ko nin kon bu wato bina sila wato mi non ko Gambia de wala nyanta jele ko ta kiskisiroke kabinto la ngin palaso dia tol kabri nga nyin makamo dia tol fombe bi yaminto fondum men nambe kartoch biro na kotake konti bolomu o watoti o wato nyande kana Gambia ding be serious okay serious moment let to reflect and ening Allah taala tema yey fang jibe di mbal jibe mbi al halol min kono whether it was just by chance I said no mbi al halol min kono fo ala le nyin lamol kamba ndako no mune nyin lankam mune ne iti be min kono iti fan access ibe al halol min kono do a very unbiased inquest, self-inquest. General jibe and think about milibinani bankunka. Nkana selfish. Banko ni na banko la dron selfishness. Let's put that out because bela umu collective let. Umanki mo kilinda mantati. Mbele den tawala. Mbele den tafala. Manden kole kodi ko be fang. Be fole dia anum fana be ke la dia o be ke o nyolo jiko mo e tad bla la soto je ke ku la soto to inyante takila je ni me takije mo takile mo te itamu mindin ni mo play mo to play le mo to ke no le adu ni ma ke fana itele tabe mankila adu ni ma ke fana asikeno fana wosikento fana torot ila ke balia wosikento fana le torot mona na sikento le torot tuma do ila ke baliya wo fana na ko ya ko do di mol nyanta min sotala nyanta min kila masoto make fende fo e ko ni mo kili manki tawto dron oto hanka bi gande man soto oto mo moy load la soto mo moy ke ko la soto ni nata banku do ko do ni nata banko la al haloto be munekela mirarol tromba mo la mirar man do yawo kono to nyala mirar be fatalal bare min ku mata jawlo nyinde ko o ngani yo fenkana ella wala muno mo el o ngani hoti akana ke tida manna nafat bare min sike banko be nafat wala ni ko banko be at least 98% overwhelming majority be nyante fangelo kono bare mun kala manati ngofo kadu yek ko kuje dol bije hanatere ko wala mun tul bela carotte belan ko nyina mon carotte be morso la melan ko balanna wala so mol ko be sonna be morso la melan ko balanna hanatere ko ko nyim be kete le carotte a case in point 2016 ani nga falindiro ko modbu balande bar ni atale falindiro manke no billahi wallahi tallahi asike non be jing mbato mento ndekkunde ani mojama kudat bin wol besi yeman nore kar wolum van lumben negi ye declaro se ko gagnole keta opposition le gagneta wala coalition le gagneta suto do yanta do ye do arrange fa wol yanta fala no to they were just waiting for that night to revisit them in their cells or to revisit them in the Bambadinka or to go and take them somewhere unknown location to execute them. But we know buy because those people la faith name were hanging on the results of what was going to be a declaration of an opposition or coalition winning. Ngani munela TRC la testimonial ñu kweta mol ko kabil lu men ko farandiro kata most of people more they decided their position. Minalon ko mo tajire ya bal o tajiran tawlo minalon ko yelo kata wol ka balu yelo la yelo kan ni ma yelo ma lolum e be kake no hadama dot ni ma yelo bol dum benna e be kake no hadama dot ni ma mo nyaajo je dron e be kake no hadama dot wol yele balu londe kamo tora kamo ngaybe ka tajire ya ka kumbonde ka ku sifa belaka kolya ko bebela dimon belaka isaje se wasoto je to bari mo ni ala may tike woti oto mo kunna dialti nyanta ala tentula men baki ni ala may ke mo tajiden timot mo wicked timot mo selfish timot o mo ala tentu balti ete mari ni ala temo ni manke mo tajiden timot e manke mo nakarum timot ya hadama den bunya ya hadama ya bunya e mo tinya adi man la fi ka mo tinya ka mo doya ala tentu hadama ya kunda mo makam balati mo makam balati de ñing hadama de ñanta ka topotole ñing hadama de ñanta ka protect hani dafa no mi be mbal na ecosystem olto ñanta ka protect nim ma ko ko mi ko dafa da ka survive ka domoroke bari hadama de fanan fonga fen le mbala mi nan ko fonga ol domo o fanan be ko ta intele nemolati ala min dinna ka tan nemolati na manke for survival ti na manke ka domoro ka for survival hadama o da fen mun be mbala ñanta ka protect le sako hadama ya kunda dami yalan ko tol kono don e khalifa bondin tol kono kila sallallahu alaihi wasallam bade wudam man dam mayintel wasal ñande ko continue donc ala ten don throughout so ku ba lekita o ban ko ka bi mu jumal mi mu jumalti 22nd of June 2025 1 month today will be 22nd July. 1 month today will be 22nd July. With an 22nd July, I'm going to go to Atala Lombem. 22nd July, Gambia Bangkok. Wakata minti Gambia Bangkok. Wakata we mindi Gambia Bangkok. Tonyala, Farandiro Katale, but at what cost? Fast forward to today, min bekata. Ning volonko, wodam man yanta kele Gambia ding, wodam man wo experience nin tabira kul mil bela. Fom fulata wo lunto, woyende kele wala dalti Gambia ding be nkana nyina. Kul mil keta woto. Nga kul mil je, nga politics sifa minja a play out. Nga kul mil je, mbadi ngulu fonga watu beden kan hakilo beden walla ninga fenje ni benyu dani bedum na kuku kono. Let's go back again and revisit, do further case studies, go afar, do bank in ala wa foreign information la. Of course some information can be biased, but authentic information meaning ko there well research, facts, look at them and compare what is happening in the Gambia. Ibe kele fan ye karamolati, ibe kele fan karandelati, ibe fan karandela. Ibe fan karandela. Because akumata bakele. A people who forget their history, a people who forget the past, will make, or I could say could, or may continue to make mistakes. Because hadama yakono, mistake is important. Obuka buy no, adati buy la fana. From mistake okay. But min kumata mistake all be konote. Min kumata about mistakes. Well, to learn and learn from those mistakes. Ikana song, you go through an ordeal. Or ordeal you haven't grabbed anything to be used as an antidote, to shape and to measure and to assess, to scrutinize, challenge, question anything that comes to you for your approval. No, in a nutshell, let's not give a blank check. A blank check. Blank check. It's dangerous. You give a blank check, you don't know what's going to be written on that. What amount is going to be written there. You already give a check, you sign it, and then give it away. So you are now at the mercy of anyone who is going to write the figures on that check. All the military Bangkok. Again, we'll visit again. I think I'm going to from go. O kontibo fila bakan nam koteki. 2026 election is looming. And unko mbina minjela, mbe kula jela milanko. Sometimes you have to be forensic to see, because they may not appear on the surface value. Some of these things, maybe more they are running away from accountability. They will come, or they will deploy very sophisticated ways of distracting us from the real issues, distracting us from continuing to holding them accountable, distracting us from the failures, or distracting us from things it has cost this country. Kanadron kanyinandi, kakul natnang, ibe already used it, but at the moment usually now we are going to see them in different fashion. They are serious about fighting corruption. They will change the narrative, or they will distort the narrative, thinking that you will fall for it and you will accept the truth. So it will accept their truth. Because to them, they ko ni nyaton ko lota ay fem for dokon to ledo nanen ko ngamere ko dum to nyat. But nyaton ko wolle safero kijam. Wolle safero kinyim bankun kam. Kadi kibar talal ka foye ko ay satude amang ntol mala be dami ay satu mi alon ko mol ba nginen kam ntol mala be dami de bari mol sotata ko nga labanta ni joman la jawla mo fani fin tiolti wala mol la nata ya sika jam ya samba adu molu nyinning ina munum jabten gambe do ta bakal ebe ken ita fa lebe kukila hani mo killing nyati la abukola la bakal because kramo kena dawdande you leave piles of evidence. Some of this evidence may be only visible through sophisticated investigative systems or through thorough investigations, enhanced investigation, because criminals, they are also getting very sophisticated because they know that leaving evidence is like for some of them they will think that it is suicidal to leave those evidences. But imanonko akete nyawo nyande hana tane ku element obubula la dalto ite fa ma mi ko bubula la dami aba mala dami amata wolto. So wol nyaton ko le nata fu mole ko ntole mang ay set long malong ay man na jang kara fa itello ay set muta ya yemante nim ko ay set jam ma fo ay set de it could be anybody ay set lombang pate lombang samba lombang mba fo kawla nyama par ma fo ko ay set muta yekna bari fo sim scenario le fo. So nyaje me nyim fo kan jolo ndeko nyaton ko le nyim fon tolide using the institutions, using the office to mislead the people. Nyatunko. But ninga hakilotu. Falindiro kita kutake. Min be dunde nyokono. Mol funde taje bafre ko karle nyum fonye enyine fonye enyi karnin kare enyi na fonye karnin kare ko. Behind molu yol tumi ye kuje mal fo di discredit. Woli market sutato e market lito. Ibulu mamma fenna isi mamma fenna. Kamolu suksukundu nyoka kamolu kamfandi nyoka o skim bitaka ngolu fanal biye almane tunya ilamfuta e manna nyinin karol ko kol jakande, and they fell for it, misinformation. In this globalized world, in this modern day, especially modern politics, let's be careful about misinformation, propaganda, and to try to distort the narrative, to suit a particular interest. So, momo nkana son moyen ke jorat, nkana son molien kun senyola, alin kana son molien kun senyola en ke jorat, en ke jorati by any way, means, and form. Let's think for ourselves. Instantly, that's fine, because when we tell the experience it. But experience should be based on informed decision. There should be an informed decision that you've taken for yourself, because by evidence, you have arrived at that conclusion. But don't be biased, or don't allow people to bias that decision for you by any form. Refuse, avoid, look, let me think for myself. Let me look at these evidences. whatever decision I'm going to take is going to be on evidence. I'm not okay. Because it be mirala minna, it be fem fela, be fem kela, e ba no evidence leka. E ba no evidence leka. Evidence based decision. Okay, that's fine. Wari mo kana na e ko e mun dum ji mondo dumbulo. And I'm settled for that, and I'm okay with that, and I'm easily satisfied with that. Bangulo alinga hakrutu nyoto. Kumata in democratic culture, we question, we look at issues, we clarify issues, and we allow healthy debate respectfully. I want to underline the word respectfully. Kajanko hadama de bunya fon bunya molom. Alale ya bunya, alale ya kifisa mantout. That's on the beacon. Hadama de if you are interacting with your fellow human being, treat with utmost respect. Hana telefon atemete respect. Ite respect ko diatela. Wallahi ite respect ko diatela. Yajibe who is going to be the winner. Ni mo disrespect. Adjutela. I make a fent. Ite ya ke fenti katunko alaya take fisherman toilet. Ite be min fanke ke be ala batolla because moneketa ala lafta hadma dingon la ala nya silankan ya inala interaction kono ya bunya ya horoma. Ya bunya ya horoma. Okuma tabak. So once again, si fongan to nyoto ni election o kanale mbe kuja manakela mbe kuja manajela mbe kuma jamala fana moyla. Well, let's check and check again. Minketa America. Minketa dal tare. Nanaka bankol la cool follow, especially la big, headlines. Cool minika ki bankol. And you look at social media, you look at the rate of misinformation, member pedal count on social media is unbelievable. It's like a new warfare now. Especially Mafako Kilobajande, some people are using that as a piecemeal. Because Hadamaya Nyama. Nko Alinga Hadamayang Popoto. Alinga Hakutunyoto. Bolokanite. Dola Balo Minti, Alma Ala Tunye, Mbuloben Koma, but Dola Balo in the Kamulu Kumbo the Wolo. Woliman left Hadamadin the Cairo. And in Cairo, without ending, will Tanola Cairo, Yamu Cairo, Kankar Kunda Cairo Vijay. Just it's like Iblis of Benjamin Drong. Abukara Hadamadin the Cairo. Boloka Dimin, Akanganyale, Kai Hadamadin Jab Cairo Kono Benafas of Tenkunkon. But Hadamadin busy the drone. Kai Bendia Kula Mialanko at a stark Jarabinola, but I'll carry it. Abajarabin Kula, I asked Kula, Mimbinata Jolom. Kukolemba wala to fada bade fanstar jamfa kun amalo o beka soto politiko nyanta kala menti wala nyante ko an opportunity, a rare opportunity, a privilege to offer a decent package to Molu Gambia Dingolo, wala Banko Dingolo, with the hope of uplifting them, with the hope of touching their life positively, empowering them, but understanding their struggles and offer solutions to those struggles, to those issues, those bread and butter issues. I think that Bari, nko alinga karan because monekita over time ngaminje. Not all that glitter are gold. Ngani mpole. Mo dunda dol dunda politiko kono. Wallahi imune nata wolbe kun korole. Idunda politiko kono ngajelo over time ila dal muneke ila banda muneke ila banda lala mo dolle kam muneke idunda itel man they don't even mamoy fan wol fanlo they follow the due process mo min di wala ñinde ko momo be dum napolte ko be pati lola sa tolle bije let's just call it a fact for sa tolle be ka ma fale ba la ngana don all of a sudden e kudo ke fuse briefcase we call them briefcase politicians oto ol be kata janne pati ole mo londi e ko lafteñin kank yele muna londi ni lafte yele ngilati ye ko beke e dum do campagne kono ina fulo ni ko beke o mol nata kotake ye patio bula ye jam fayta dal itata la dol ka o beke de janne but just so you ko to nyala most bula bankola interest no mo but sometimes fanan ak kule kulande la bakki kule kulande la oto modol nata la ye londi last minute ye koro di walla du mala ye ko beke wala candidate choni ya drop wol photo sira wala Gambia wannan ko alinga hakoto sako mol million ko wallahi wankale they are vulnerable mi dun kam political kono alinga hakoto nyawto one day in political waste is a big risk for not only that party but for the banko fambe because seriousness ko jamal be kere melan ko they are at stake andum man din ko fanan kam fe ko ketum man ke saya bort kudonata ntambitala but doesn't follow ko the next one ning man hakoto fo be tala ben to wala nyama wol dol binala etentula nyama even kola they will be second wala nyinde ko things will never be the same anymore ninko saying this is for the same yes for the better but it's not for the worse or for those people who decided to be able to put in regret for ningalo mbare ngol woto ngalo betantu ngalo ja alsama kunun member caring tv ye programme min kumata back nimi majibe go ita lammo ita watch Omar Fofana Aliou Fall Amadou Bodian they had a program yanko civic educational malla there is anything more topical than the topic that they brought or they discussed yesterday. Ndekundode mbeme for the Gambia oppositional bay. Ali wato ta ali ta programme ni lamoy ani hakilo la back. Mo kana la moni gisola de. Because ni ala moni gisola ite lamoy la. Gambia oppositional al belum de. Hal wala fan hanen amanke oppositional fan bete. Bari President Barrow fan from momo politician bo banko ngali dane alta programme on very educative but they touch on something very 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 important electoral reform, the need for electoral reform. But let me more for we are just wasting our time here talking. Aje ni nguru ngarabe ni param be excuse me mimbi je nga fole nga repeat pin jan na de yamon kono dron ade mel bi fana mba repeat la mimbi nyim be koma wala nyinde ko moli milялon ko ibe nam kol maraka wolu ñim banko tamira kol milla bele ngalo ñena te folo ko ali falindiroke. That was the agenda for 2016. Ni ko falindiro ma fo yaja may tadam mandam bari ko falindiro system change lambang for mun change lambang, but a change milango is radical overhaul of a lot of things milango that are happening in that country. From how people vote, or from how the Independent Electoral Commission is appointed. For us to call them independent, they have to enjoy their independence. In the court system of the judges, how they are appointed. Na the Pitol found in the oversight functions should be revisited. How they can enjoy, how they can be insulated from the encroaches or from the arms of the executive, so that they enjoy their independence. Well, if it's going to be a blend where we call what we call parliamentary system of government, or collective responsibility is inherent in a parliamentary system of government, should be such that it guards every aspect of a real democracy, of a true democracy, where rules or the rule of law will be our safety net, will be enhanced and protected in such a way that every Tom, Dick, and Harry can seek redress for anything that violates his or her rights. Because institutional level bill to a point that who comes to that seat. Term limit BJ, we are sure Nyumbanko now is grounded. You know about but you know about Bay and Akarolum because Minikita, Miliano the Sinje, Ibeano call Milike, Nebula Minna, they have fellows. And not only fellows, they have been found wanting for so many things, and they are refusing to leave. By so refusing to leave, they are going to resort to everything at their disposal, anything they can, to stop a fair and a free process of replacing them with another set of people or another government. It's the main anything is can hold them accountable. What I think the 2024 draft ni be min be for content. Can hold them accountable ya be bonde we mu ne control. Mbari no nyille mu isus nyolti opposition be nyanta focus la menk. Electoral reform. Very, very, very important. Ni electoral reform manke. It will be very, 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 very hard. But banko dinglu fana be man ngol ko disi nyinofo ina tatu fana fo. Go. Ninko karta nyin kenola. Oton ton mandra mari ma fana ma ko kam. Ite mo ne ke kam, ite mo ne ite janta mo ne kila. Kaje ko mari sa ke mo kila baka ku keno. Iya mo dawdan din ku kendo ka jang alon ko mo kila mo fana mo sa bambo le den tay ku ke. Sako ku mi ko banko beremo mo kinto kenola. It's not possible. Nimma muta fe man ka fo manga makwe at kenola. So we cannot, let's blame ourselves. Sometimes let's blame ourselves. Min yanda kala wayke nga kafu nyoma nga na miru fay nyoka nga kafu nga dete nyola nga bloko ke bu nyani horomo kon nyanda men so nga suto together man nyuma oto mto nyona kala oto bari ko alina nga kachake nga kwale sona wala nga kudoke altol ning kula na minon ko it's almost impossible and you are not making it easy. Tonya, you're not making it easy. It's not a sign. You're a cool long. Yeah. Sign. You know, it began for how long? Feng lawyer for ko, a gentleman Tim Mandela, political party, I bet Tim Mandela. Yeah. It's a man who Tim Mandela follow. Tonya, no disrespect. But if it's also unjust. Equally unjust. It ain't not all call it for Arabian. Alende Tata. But you're not ready for negotiation. I think can work. I think I'm not Tonya deal. I don't think I'm for I'm not Tonya. You're not Tonya deal. And Tonya, yes, it can be subjective because Hadamadin by nature we are selfish. I get that. But in every negotiation, it's a give and take. But if you don't want to give anything and you want to be taken, bali ko fana ko rasal fo nga compromise le o compromise ñing bali ku jamal ganda kala ko non bay te be loro tak e dam da me be loro wolto ke te boloje ete kon tan tabe ta wala ngan tabe fay wala ngan tabe burka ngete tata bado fo man ke respect ko let's have mutual respect for one another min ben ni fana bulu ñaje wol fana bije mo le fana mbol koma o mo fana respect bay de gëna ite be mimbe bulu ite ne wona ko hala no alol be fenge yo imantero yalen kuro bi ni ngoke amanda ini mimbe diame ko latade o mari what he or she is acting on behalf of a people so ite ol be fenge amanda wol fana be dise wadum nin ko ngata nga ko keno badi fanga nyo bunya le hormone bunya fanga o kenyo biko ne wona projet be fel so abe nata munela hatma de ya hadama de topoto hadama de nakan kana nakara kana nyo tilimbalia kudo bi fana woldo mu tilimbalia te whether knowingly or unknowingly our actions our utterances sometimes wonu tilimbalia kana ko nyola bare min kuma ta jawla nyinde ko electoral reform mbali no oppositional be wala hani baro fan nyanta is going to be an investment in baro legacy be kala jaw legacy be fola jaw but for a change aje kudo fa bi je wala talla ninde mo barot I can turn things around. It's not too late. Baro billahi sometimes make a difficult decision yow ji aji be gambeno be ini gambeno be labanda nyame afoy ko look nakaro metale ndele nata nyin on the ticket ko reformol be krade and min follow kumata wala solo sande ñu fata ko dal lol minna mbajale ko ñu electoral reform ay be signed ni mboyta ko no wassalam ni mambono ko no wassalam yaji be bollahi tan ngan kale wala be créé a big shield a big deal but no more importantly found nin ta famu def ko ñin tum ñi nganyum fanam follow on the promise code 2-term limit ngeen dol ñata ñu bankunga min kitaw kitale na karo kitale wala mi sekol kitale but sign in election ko ndebba am fan as a leader I want to put that institution in place kajo ko nin term limit presidential term limit na I start until billahi wallahi yajibe baro you will be a hero. You'll be a hero. And you will listen. Sometimes leaders, you need to know some of these things. Grab opportunities at the right moment. But nemo de fana de komo ibe pusla o mo nga hatoto da nga hatoto nyoto wana nga hatoto nyoto nimbe mun institution de melanko is surfacing in our political landscape everywhere. The people we surround ourselves with. Especially when if and when you don't question, you don't check and check it. They will even fail you. They'll make you fail. Be yourself, think for yourself, and based on evidence and based on facts, undeniable and undisputed facts. No one. Doing so not because for you, they're trying to protect you, no, they're only doing it for themselves. More important, more than it. But imbecile hanka be kanadon kanyo haklo blande. Tiara sili kete janne, jana commission kete janne. Ana nyon. 22nd coming on for 22nd June, 1 month today will be 22nd July. In Sotoro Natal Tron, they are soldiers with difference. Yem Olike Niminta the archive, all videos no. E kalo Michael rally to Kakuma Sifa the middle for. Manon the graduate level. Gambians should be graduated from politics of deception. And the graduate level, Nimman graduate, we will continue to make mistakes, sometimes costly mistakes. Mbije idunda molika yo kudo dundu dumala campagne ko dumala ka kol ko dumal kolta menon ko ite minje sande yolo je bar mimbe du men kala duma man fen do o mo la kilinkala na funde de yafo wanan ko kuku be kala lumbe sila be folala ado yaje kuku be kala lumbe sila mba ko nkaje fulon ko am man de kala nga fa ko ngani falila nte be kala farat to be vindicated. I want to be proven wrong. Because na masana mo kokute nga fole nung parola kora bi wala bekera. Wala command is from Sweden. Wala mon be bekere mburun ka cool analyze ko kolke. Ako no mo ning albe baroka ka kwente baake. Tonya tole da min je ka bintul mawto ninje. Bara bim bola ko. Nkai ko mboka mo do ade. Ndela I talk about issues. The only problem maybe you in the leadership me along ko. Baro in passing, I respect him. Baro in passing, Marco. Because I had a mungana because if I put yourself in that position, in his shoes, you want to be respected. You want to be because tonya. All right? Among everything is bad. We have to be honest. I don't find kakobe for condemn. Me along hanging ko tonya biya do wala ku kendo ke ofana that ofana is insincere. Politiko mo nyawnya is insincere. Mo na ku kendo ke ngafo. But mi problem mo to jang wala ngite ko jam fa min tabita. Bari na serious about it. Nyebe sirin jam fa si falika. A serious soldier. Nim kankura ye bafa ni nyati wala je kasila. Bang ñil natale e kamune moy ngo sidin jay dam man alo sidin jay ngal ban ngada wata do han man ta any foda ngadan sidin jay dam man do sidin jay is a reminder an icon of a very very nasty jamfa min city 2016 coalition. Wala man kayanda ngamina fo na diamo ko no fo ko mi hali milliard on koy balanta ko nga falendre koy balanta du man le fo bo na fa fo ko ite le fo ba na fa so ko wannan ko 98% nyanta sonda ko mimbe mun na karo ngata ba dol bi jelo mi nan koy be bandalo hanin ko nyino karoti wol tita wol be ko belekala ba satara ko ni mo falendre ko wonno ko keta ite le fo be na fa so aje abemuna karolati. B, how are those people reconciling with their conscience? Kuni yemol mili bali, yemol mili kele, yemol mili ko beta ngani jawo mi besro molye. Ikoi kana succeed no. Will they defy odds? Ala la teka. Bata meta. Fo e fan soto ko. Mili yo ko beke alcohol tolto fal. Mili yo kolke alko I konnante nyori wolkan. Ye suksukundi ye fande ye kamfande wol molma. But we should learn. We should not be fooled anymore. Nyimbankunga alinkana so moye ay jimondo du mol boloko. Ndese wola fanon wrong. Let us all be mindful. Politiko fra la donene ko alinga hatu to nyoto cross lat but kana so mo len jorant. Let's all think for ourselves. Or thinking ying, or deciding ying, or decide for yourself and think for yourself should be based on evidence. Should be evidence approach. Ni mo ke drong, ibe mistake ko. Because akita nyang ending, in addition, at least you base it on evidence, not emotions, not sentiments, and not just because of playing to the gallery. Alma ale nal beso, me dua ko me man so dan la fana min mentena tol be karoti alma ale oke. Min mentena tol be karoti alma ale oke nal be. Bari the issues min banko kasiata. Cost of living is a problem, it's a crisis in the country. Julomi Mobangoga debt is a crisis in that country. Energy is a crisis, we're in that crisis in that country. Corruption, what am I bet? That's the straw that broke the camel's back. So one way, Barosulu Asafu Moleko, be I'm going to be serious about corruption. But in one way, near for it's not a kabara minna. They call Alinga unity. But it's not a kabaro minka is divisive. Baremo Molu yenene killing, yenene fula, yenene saba. Baremo ni na ninja. Wallahi if I'm blamed, can I more blame wala? Can I more blame? Can I more blame de? I think can I no blame wala? If I'm blamed. These things come in, they are becoming very sophisticated. They are becoming very sophisticated. Ni malo. Banco. Mera nyimfa banco, nyimba Gambia banco. Banco le minga nemata. Banco le minga so many potential lebije. But banco ne ja hanimbe bimento montano. Nyo sin sabalamu, jamfalu, ani nyo dabaro nyo korjo. Because manyola tonya dila. Banco diamolati, how we interact, how we see each other. Nintela koromu, nintela koroso da fananda bunde balolal. Bandola koro ite ka jelawal. Ndela koro ite ka fan. Ndela koro ikaw magnify. Adu fananka mbulo ben koma alama ala tunje because man la fi kuma fola man la fi ka dum moy kasila. Because nga hade mading bunyal. Adu sira da hade mading nya. Bari du kare ngal dani mo dol bije ne kuma jawol moy. Mo ba fola kana sia. Because you are also contributing mari amplify kan. Mo yani gilene kuma jaw balle fo jam. Ay hade mading doya. Ay alfal doya ko beke. Yet c'est about it will promote. And then the balfo. Or do Uluna Nendri from Balu. Molta media to even Nendri chow. The buffalo. Harbading I will fundindra. And some of them are rejoicing over that. Because Hadamala Tinyakanja. Ada banyak katinya, ada banyak katopotole, ada banyak kadadale ka sutura. Tonyala, mafoko. We can hold people accountable, yes, especially when they're in public office. We should continue to expose their, evils. Pare, hanu wafanam beko. Nyane ba. Respectfully. Some people don't deserve respect. Okay. Hey, put yourself in the shoe. Na prisons. na prisons mo le mil for example right now alma ala mbe tanka prison tala mil bije some of them ta jele by chance o kule kata milan ko emina mina non de dunda accident bal kono it was never planned hadama yam hadama den accident kono ku ke sike will be kule ke milan ko de han regret it bari ibe al halto mbadam lo fanam nyawata mo le kam boy tirarsi. So imagine now you are in power, you can make a difference. Yenya kaswala. Lumbe si le mafa ko akara. But nita fana mari na tadu al halako ye fan jawlato. You will regret ko you whilst in power you fail to reform that place. Wana kudo bije nkake bare labang kana labang fanga kan ninga mere ko nyum place lo ngalondi mol le minon ko njawol wala our passive enemies. Or people who want to scores with or settle scores with. Dol bi halaw lalto e manke comme ye minkede is because minekata ye tumna kudol la wol ngol be mo jan na be mo jan tiara sile nte mandara fokande so if we go by those reports, if we go by those accounts, you'll have to present manya kata and will manya nata will have to present what compensation you must give for spending how many years in prison. Almala tunya almala mbese sabu nyumana bare Allah akbar ya ton ko yanda kanyamen ya ton ko yanda le ka bi samanya side dunia yaro mun kita tomorrow is not guaranteed for anybody sai den dana to be jamu kan den fano den fitiro mo me kan tara man fen den lot ngab bi long bi this minute sai internal be jamu min be jamu kan. But even what comes, the new program of an man fen den lot. Be life letter. Yeah. So Mariolu, butung dia mo naman dia. Ninga fen dunda mo mo yakasila alisala ko bondi. Mbulo ben ko. Bare ngala na ko. Mbebe mfo kanja hakibrando lam don. Bare ntenga min fanfo atolle fan hakili mal tul hakili mal le aje atolle fan si ntul mi yang nga futeng mebe ma fo kunke ma benta kunde ma fo kunke atol sina al saf ni ma fonye adu nem ma ni ma fo kunke ngal ko bondi nye mba fa mbal dana lela ko bondi ha manaf ka motora mbe kukuru do mimmin na karoto mbe duwala fo alama alaw kentina tul be because modol star jarbin kula say mantere kayrot ndakun star jarbin kula o mebe mankente kayrot manke bankoy kayrot just ask anybody but min ku mata be kono do an be nga duwa min mona karo alma ala oke nim banku molu batata bakel banko molu batata banko molu be ngaybe banko molu torari luwolun failure upon failures and they are costly. Time is wasted. National time is a big asset called loss. It's a big resource to call loose. Opportunities are missed. National dialogue those could change the direction of this government. Nothing was followed through. It was a fanfare. It was just a stage show, stage manage, everything. Maybe perhaps to impress our donors. I don't know. Because people can't understand. Valuable time will waste a cold baking. Multa de la mineral the cold deliver. With the hope things will be followed up and an action plan in place. But look at it. Things are getting worse. The idea of protecting state resources and everything. Where are we today? Where are we today? Political bureaus niananko niana hajibe ni anyom mafa nyoma South Africa. But imagine how much money do you know? Where is that money coming from? Kafu money nga fundraising is not or fundraising minke bengal nako that ma fa ko do ma so jede ko do so je bari pour que member political bureau lola ila NPP la headquarters mba fa eke alsara ko wende je jama bi nimbi jang bu kala parti politique ko man bal be min foko nyola nyinde ko man sa kundae be kol mil sambaka man sa kundae be kol mil sambaka vis-à-vis our expectations vis-à-vis kol mil ko they are indicting and they are costing us mbolema so we mu heklo bende mulela campaign funds we heklo bende mulela how political parties are funded o kumata bakele fana wona ne kabula ko noma IEC do ku bale bulu the independence of IEC is so critical to ensure the wishes and aspirations of Gambians can be registered, can be delivered fairly and respectfully. Gambian politicians will Gambian respect la fano. But what will be more slow? Kuma for molma. Miranko I camera ko funyi man kato serontul kato nyin ntul buluba. Fontul le manyeli kedila. But now look at how they are talking to us. What do we need to do? Jam like come far from Molika. So we best of all in the call. Elections have consequences. Elections have consequences. Korolo milika dung campaign kono. Kumata bake. Korolo milika dung politician kuna. Kumata bake is a cause. It should be a cause for every Gambian's concern. Kajeko how political parties are funded and how politicians are funded or funding their campaigns. Kumata bake. Fonga tonya fonyoide. Because lobbying theater back. Sometimes you have powerful lobbies, they don't surface. They are behind scenes, waiting for the moment. Now could don't pump. No less wasato. Madam is totally a different ball game. It found a miracle no into the ming mala ni mummo min nat nande. Fontele man yin natna. Fontele man catafy. You will be so because Monekata member do my monologue. Because maybe yes, I understand that because malo, it may be malo. But you know, Bangkok can give it. Look at what happened in America in maximum Donald Trump relationship. And then I'll see American book by American. I'll see even Trump Trump. I don't remember Trump ala confusion of Bay, I mean American or confusion of you will stop stop him from becoming electable or being a president or even contesting the election. But after whatever happened. But Alamandula, American Trump being big and in Max Fowler involvement and in Trump we call Milbeke, contact the award Nicole Baker, a paper senior. Luala Katama America. Because institutions are there, the institutions are powerful, and they are standing. If president will be protected because presidential system of government. But that doesn't mean that there are no checks and balances. There are checks and balances. In fact, it's one inherent feature of a presidential system of government: checks and balances. Well, the law oversight function to ensure that checks and balances are carrying out or are taking place, or one way or the other. Sometimes we see improvement, sometimes we see it's like down, up and down. But it could be better in Gambia. So, because I'm gonna jump for the so mana call sultan nimmi lafta aduna katadu 0044 777 1676 759 ñinam number ñinti because kana tamalen kala lalto de sigo jam fata tabutum nimmi lafta commandila ila fila na kachato 0044 777-167-6759. Olam number ti alsimen kumande. Once again, kafaleko mantimad John mi dimi alon gon nasta baki. Ninga fem fon dunda mo me kasila alsala ko boyndi. Ka si microphone on nyato anin camera nyato hakil tuba. Mbe kule kono nde kundin kaminge do ko kala baki. Oto flow non nanka asitina nanka Allah taala dana asin tanka setan bayembala ka jamfande setan la isaje be fem fola asilo de tonya kan be fem fan kana mo nakar yoko jebe mi wafle ko anin kana mo nakar ite folo fanan kana mo nakar so no o kono nasta bakira so oto balda nakol oto bari 0044 777 1676759 wala number hello hello alors bari on sorry o manke mo min be commande kan pour ka konde wala nga funki so bari ngolo butum number bi jamne 0044 777 1676759 wala mo number ti okay Omar assalamu alaikum baden karamo Omar nge kon don nge ini dimbal mi ko tande mo
be yantande mo
very good mo be France
France dan ñewatol fu kilona
alhamdulillah bala janti be janne
Allah je do
yes bismillah
ngi kon don ba ya marol ni ñara bare Gambia kay ala programme be mo tilimnet wolon barodi ala wato mo ka ko ya tilindi le bare baro ko ne afam tilindi la adu moto ko ni da no la fawno fawno nyanga da dan mo ne ibita kan la be mo futa no so ya lo be fitale te mo le bara dan
wala to nyati kay
ya ko Gambia no le no be ke man ni disa so mo man ni disa baro mo man ni disa ko duma ne le ni filo beke al karanna hindu milialo be karo ila karo mo
okay
e mo la banko be dum program ko itel fon salendi na piata abura dana da fana ni bol piata banko program ko mo bala valde de mo bala val Gambia ko mo bala fa ko cross
na fa ko mi ko ma be ken dum na na ko wallahi ngaka modo be ko no albi jam faale ko no albital an batu fanga al na meta al baagi le min fo kala al balon bala bi jam faale ko nga fole
ya okay
nga fole
on ta akere nyaanya Gambia la san chambita ni na baate la ni mu malu baale te bi Gambia la dala so kay ni mu malu baale de Gambia la do kulal ko lu jingi do ko la men da fa mo keno lu ni fe e ma solution no wala hande kunde ndala fansu ko ndala dogu ko tenne na mo tinyambulu dun dalan dal mankara baluna nan karande ila diploma ni kan fo sa ko ni ro ka alhamdulillah rabbil alamin ba ko de tinyate bro mo ne o jamfa
wala ne
to ndi ma ko jamfa lan na ngel ko mo kana songa ni mo du ko ni do tan jamfa
ko ko nyata
mo kana so yeke jamfa
man beta Amambeti is very dishonest, very insincere, and very cruel. Very cruel.
Amalla ifin at the society no fonkona mula mande. Jamfa kam no wulu istuma. Atal kalana ya bali ya wulu. Atal ka konnan ya wulu. Akela ka hasri ya wulu jam fa ka men create as ya bada
dum to nyati
because ni jam fa don problem o be kun kana won dum ya la ni problem o be jam fa la abanta ite ni molle na na nyore de fa ya lo gonde ni molle na na ini bo do ko kan sangi mo ni fula nan ko ite silaja ite na mulje ke ni wole na mbune de siri alba ka fuka nyo la ni kan to be diam inde na ni de so tan esu de ni na ni adu ngal ko molle faada ni banko kan wala justice mandi imanu lo ko sitan la molle torata e molle bute alfa ban ne yalo ko men na ba hango wol be siri wol kay wo sabati ni kan wol kana je ko de ko do e ka tabu do fana ton nan ko de tan ni man na ga dahi Gambia tambita ni nala man na ga ba non fana mun da lokko plan na fo ko yale ba Gambia men de to ka fo nyoy men de to ka fo men de to ni ka fo nyoy parole fon yanka teke di tefira si quanto bado con mulla quanto bada con de kana wa ko men nasani sabal ko sani sabo ni en tam bi kala en tam bi da ko teke barsa be dan na ko mi ya fo nyan na dan to wodo ay si ay gambia no dibe al fal gambia al fal no for wallahi kan kala hilbe hero billahi baro be baro fan molbe ni la baro fan ay min beke bi ko wala ko sa luka min kata mo accept la administration ko you know he can turn things around but exactly tajenola bari lan ale moda fero kan fero ku bala ko tele in ale moda man ta don fana ngala ban la so man ta do bari alama ale ya baro fan man ta be nani molta nin kat nani tata nin kat follow wallahi akomo it may not look good on him alme comme fa donc min mona karo alma alo kentena han baro fang na ta be da fang la karo alma alo ke na ta be la karo abi mo ta ni bo men na do la mo do ba understand bari bi la ni ya bi banko la nya ko mo ne fo en Gambia ko la ni propo mo bi ko foma sada da kala ba alma ale yan ko kai ni ma la ni ya ka ba bari na ta ji nyame ni ne Gambia ko ni no ko la na ka ni nyaw nya ko ken ko banko kan bari na da ji ni ma no lo adi wol natal jine so lafta ya tare ko betutu ko la fananki ya tare ko betutu ado man na nakal bari fama wala fananki to wala fananki 2016 mol nata falen do keta bari mil falen ko mil binda ko lafto tare ko fana betutu la isi nyin kany le fo this is so wicked nyin fang is very wicked ni mu problem to the country mol mel kana ke misil mol le mo wol fon tanki jaat Thank you. Me Omar Tintin Bajela, ala kumake ni mala. 0044 777 1676759. Yes, what am I number? 0044 777 1676759. Yes. Okay. Badinga na bali mo sa milan ko nya bela sainte Omar Lum ngi sama Ibrahima Jingala ke mama ngi kondong lebe diare yo Lamin Sanya ngi sama Omar Fati Lamin Lamarana Diallo Lamarana Diallo ngi kondong bake Lamin Sanya once again ali kontong drums ngi fana kontong hola yo warulu buto ko nga fanya mi tuma don tina mi la ko teke abutum min bijan don wala de ko dunia be kawa ko yari mbake dunia jibe don ali nga television ke on television lam moy milla the mainstream media ini lam moy the social media bari ka kulleje yeah we've come a long way to today
mol ni fo min nafta tawla de bare ni nafta wala de mol ye filindi be filindi la ni sonda mol ye filindi mol be filindi la bare ka fa ko to nyalti je to go and seek for truth bare we ni moke fm benge for it out well next week because now this is going to be very sophisticated 2021 kumol minji nga kol minji ye mol use ye mol ko jorant ke samba media la kono ke lonne ke nyati mol la ke tinya fende for political and the game is changing wallahi ngan kali imalo malo but Gambia future kam mira baka for alema alen dema wana nang bedwa ke kan ko alma alen nal be dema min mo itela kayro tan tol be alnga dua alewo ken tunatul be ha because aske non de kudol be jarante ko man ken karote be defana kudol be jarate ko but min be do alale wolon internet mo wolon we are all guessing we are all you have a trial and error nobody is perfect and not tomorrow is not guaranteed wallahi sama man guarantee alinga takun hadema den manke ko very 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 soon how can I put it? Let me put it this way. Nyim dunia is a transit point. Life is too short. Alinga do mandoma. Mol bitale mol be bitamala mol kumankal. Ok ay ala dunia banta. Tomorrow man garanti de. Oto ntin hakro tu nyoto. Ala la kutu yele motariat. Ntin hakro tu nyoto. In life le. Yeah. So tomorrow is not guaranteed. Ade ala la kutu yele motariat. Bare min fanan kumata galon ko ala ndaman so. Abuka do nyoto de. Atele mun ko be lonnati. Kubo kanama anyabe ko bela nga mellom mamellom e min kunde molma ala abelo e min fo molye e min kalam yen kalam da minna o be ala fana abelo hani tere ko itel man ta fo ala abelo hani molu kafuto nyoma e dunda bonkono e dunda bum do fana e dunda soro do fana dunda bum do ko dunda soro yamire ko they are protected from analysts knowing o manke itel yaro itel be akwete tel malako Allah knows everything. They are planning, Allah is the master plan. Ningo London, sometimes fanang unyante mul finde kan liman ya sato Allah. Ko ni man so ataba kadu nyoto. Ando anin to nyandur lalto. Because munat ne katla ko to nyala bela banda. To nyala bela banda de. Ado nyin to nyanyin wala mun tene te be kairot. Wala nan ko alanga duwa nyin to nyala. Alanga duwa nyin min ko ning na kay wala mu toñati ka dol banto toñal dol banto toñal la no nak ano ko bela bi wala mu tele toñati i balanta toñal min nay kata kala ma fokale mol commanding all names kuma e kol be kijan yo personal commanding all names la bar bi maji kol falenta wala ko sin to toñoto ani nga do man doma ani kana nyo doya hadama ya tambita wala ya doye hadama din tinya ni man fel fa moka kana bondaka we can exchange nci ko fe ba nyoma respectfully the word respectfully but ka hadama din castigate ka tinya ka doya pour mo la jutala ale ngobula o mu tinya balt hadama ya kunda mu nakar balt ama ke chuta to ama ke tilito for your own self, you go around. If you come on from the Milan, then fact, based on any fact. Kamolu silandi, masilandi, kamolu, nyaundi, and kamolu silandi, and kakul to distort the facts. Nimol nyame ala nyame jala. Adi ya kuku ke dunia jang. There are evidences. You are building evidences. You are compiling evidences for yourself. Kubu kanuku. dole amene ko no kunda be kuule kile yamene no kunda le man ko it's all known, it's all seen. Kadim, salam alaikum Kadim.
Brother Lamin.
Ni kon don Kadim Rasoul.
Nimbare na program ma follow back warnalo ne ko e bam min ya ta mata back. Ne ta do man ngana dunya o kai kom sa dua dron a dua mo ka ko de kula. Yano dunya dunya na ustaz bana muka kisa do muka bonin ka do ustaz Umar bin rahmatullah taala al malin ne monin ka foro kala ako dunya setinya nyong ka fo sepra na diamo kon mo kendol be jan adunya dunya le histoire o jibe mo kurun mostly histoire wala kamera system wala par dunya mo kendo la siatan kurunti de
ha to yalti
kendo wala siata kurunti na be wo misalo di le ta fon da mai ta fon korda kon korda fala kendo le be siala fala kurun le be siala kendo korda sa
korda
no sa comment na no je answer
no korda ngal no ko mo kendo le siala mo kurun o ken ha
korda mo kendo le siala kurun
ha
dum do be wala nyam ka bilo be wala nyam banko be wala nyam o dunya fon be wala nyam ba dumala kamera system wala na ko umma manto askano be dunya banko kan alba pala so dila mo minna ala jiben ala kallan ke ya be nyadile ala hadama di ya be nyadila ala bala fa be nyadila ala la jongli ni mum ben ba adama le ma da mo bol bu kany lel fon di ñoto ka foy la men touché ko mol kany par parlo feto bor sawaji sama soppe la mom la faral naranu ko ka do tonya itala itam ko koros comme ala ko le diaten abe tonya ka man to tonya ta wani de o mu ka dunya samba lambe yalan gambe bi di koy ba ko je diamo man di Allah men ko na man ni ban ko kan to be la so fom mol sa kata ba ko kon ko bi ko lambe pa mo do boja mol ya kata don ki la man ko le mol ya lo ko nya kan don dem ki la man to ti yalon ko don le ci sa ta man ko beti ani alkiyamo lolum alki kila be altala man so be kila man to le polo wuli na ka ko ay ki polo ko kisa man te amin bodo ko bol ya kada baake lamin na lo to nyaka ko nyala ma beti de to nyala ma beti gambon kol nda bal danno ko na ko katon anna kan na lo to nyaka ni bokku ni system o ni min beti min keder na failure benna diamo ko mbal ko se mandra en datuka min keder na failure ko 2022 lamba ko 2023 gambian ko berinto je falindiro na draft constitution o samba ipete ko illa wallahi talla wolunne gambe ko ni to benyanta lola ipete ko ka di ko min te politique kuude ni nyanta kandila ni mu banko la impression ba bring gambian ko mo kara wala keten na fedio because yalla ni koy ba ko la min ni ko gambe bi e luwata ji mais ba asake kasoti bar lu banko ta tarmola banko ala constitution no president we sembo sota ay fere ni demand wala dunya glata wote dunya do mol kane fanne ne because ndol ye dictator la bondi lami dictator ni min be de no former dictator ka fu mo le ko fu joxon fof la Gambia di tak o loi tinu ndol ye carte o fa o dali lol ka pour ko wal fon so biru o carte o faita kan den ko nata nas na birin na constitution kendo de la wala loi buko nata nas na mol comme kan ñu ko la diamo kon mol kat si platform mol e kam mol mo ken dol tinya mol panatar do sirim platform mol to social media gam be dum damal e ka ko ñu ko constitution no je ko le beje musu sa foto no kenin te sa foto no dol ba ko UDP la draft constitution you see comme ko fo mo kurul min be society kono wala tarta ka ya dol patilol because mo be fana mukalon ado mo ndi wol ken wo society kono fakete ito kete sababu nusu lolti e kete sababu ko constitution no man tambi no na député fana be député bundo ko constitution muta ka fay balito kono ka foko president la five years do mandate tar la je billahi wallahi tallahi ni man gambenol hako dani amanka bon ga ala fon la do busala because dunya banko loi bu kendo wala kasam dol ferta wol dol mani disable sanji monni saba mon le dictateur bo loi mi alon ko min beje min diata ka wala na falindiro ka wala hanin bi loi no gandon kol katamo wala ika fon ko wiya nation wasa keno wata kana gunya dula ika histoire wala fale nim mol diam to dum mol ye mol lako ika histoire al dunya research ata dunya anamunan to dunya dula it's very sad lamin Lindol ma disap ka taman this 1997 constitution nina munna problem mot ni banko kan anyen te falim na le soon is possible abaraka ba abaraka
oto bare ngono oto doku nyemi tan wala ndeko doku bare be o doku bare nyanta kala doku bare fanam bije min nyanta ka complete nin 2026 oto bare ngono opposition parti wolu alkanation mol district alle focus ala doku ka they are life and death issues mingo life and death corruption is part of that corruption is life and death issue corruption it can kill people. So, and you have to have the right legal framework to support that process, to support the reforms agenda. But if you don't have that in place, it will be difficult for you to support your reform agenda because the laws, the present one, they're not good enough to support that process. Imagine coming colonial time. Na Jojo, they are using that to pass verdict. Nondo kodomu in those values kodomu niko $5. Okay, let me put it this way. $1,000. What in those days? Could what? Be one monkey could it. But more sentence. I'm more far while I'm way cookie mola or more manslaughter cause or a kudoke. Yeah, sentence. You can like you can charge me nani minka leka or they pay this fine or final meaningful. But one more you have millionaires, all right? You go 50,000 or less 80,000. We fent. Chicken change it. I see mutai a mantora, I tie fine job. Over a man, over a mud do my argument or I want to do about. Boku Balan Bangkok. A serious government is investing or is invested in effecting reforms. But it all should be the whole aim of that should be uplifting people. Try to tackle poverty. Because when you uplift people, you are lifting them from poverty. You are lifting them from disempowerment. Almala tunya. Ala baraka baraka. Coming off nyame diamo monde aninga fem vandunda mo ka asala ko gondi. Bari do kubal. There's a lot of mountain of work to do. Let's not allow distractions. And distraction all del banku dewlu as the same as well as milan ko banku yininka. Wallah alinga nyo tok na distraction obula. An kana so mo distract. We have a lot of work to do. Let's follow things up. Let's demand mansakunda sober. Let's demand ko bula sila kun temoka the call is just for not only us but all of us, because the telephone milliard back no e telephone back ke fande ku kendo ku ken ne ke man krake ka moy a follow e fane follow ko do na fa ko hani milbe balande ana baraka bak diamo na man dia ngom ngafu nyame all the time ngal hakko dan diamo man dia wala sa donc fo wado abak bak fo ni wad inshallah bintina no breaking it down because bitama kanne adon slow jam fata inshallah kunato
ko yalo ne wato wati ninnata dor nga kibar di male natale badingol alal tulo dinna ko tanke nganyen kibar di ma di alla yama sane nyancho betek wolle nata ko tanke aliyelonne idalta kala nyamen tro wato wati ni fintita nan inin kukuto le kana nko yama sane nyancho ala nyimpiti ko mimbe bekama marché kono o respecto sesono nyatilo wala musol alla samada nyimal fele samato sifa size o size ni feraje drom e basu la dadi ma ni latest channel ni bagol na feraje drom al basu ko abayal bijele kola o kola sifa boredel dum ite mira borode sifa ni feta yama sane nyancho bete ke borode sutola mimbe ni se wala hafkeli maltu koma haftanon fanan bijele size o size anin kola kala ay mandam wala kato alalo ne yama sane nyancho biti kunda fulale sub number 2 mem felale silabaka sane kunda ni tambida boraba jonctional drum yes kurro sroje prala sungudu ndingol aning dress nyima balu kamba ndingol fana metu ko matisa nyimal bijele couple fana bijele bari nko ifelede nata nyin kudi wa natale king size complete bed set nko nyin laramba complete seto abejele yamasane nyanjo bitik shop number 2 ayin stana nyimal fanam jele pro ala salulu musol fana bagol bijele couple bijele anin ku jama ko yamasane nyanjo bitik afelembe sunkaro kono salo man jamfa ko alftaje science ali ala sandirol ke andun kamim fale nyim fengol be mo quality leti andun idayena sonaya na la fakiba sene sodoje alse commandino ni nombal tole 7965266 wala 9905266 fengoy betea ay guarantee andunga daye sonaya dula killing yamasane nyancho bete